Hello YouTube. Well, I've got my candy onions here, and what I'm doing is I'm pulling out the big ones that are on the top, and I'm gonna cut them up, put them in the freezer. Now I've already pulled up a bunch of them here, got them in the sink. I've rinsed them off. Here's what they look like when I pull them out. Rinse them off. I'm going to cut these up and I'm going to put them in the freezer. Probably just dice them up, or maybe big dices. And then I'm going to work on my reds, so I'll be back to you later. Bye YouTube. Alright YouTube, I'm starting to process my onions. And you can see I'm getting ready to do this guy right here. Sun's just coming up where I'm working. So these I've already done. And you can see that I cut out the bottoms where the roots are. See, there's the roots. Cut that off. And I'm actually throwing the tops of the onions over there in my compost pile. Alright, so I just want to show you the process. I'm outside in the garden at our outside sink. There, that's the sink. And let's get away from the sun. Look at that great shot of my onions. Isn't that great? Beautiful big onions. Alright, I'll do some more and then I'll put them all together and make a onion processing video or something. Alright, bye. Alright, here's a shot of an onion I just cleaned up. Put the tops over in the compost. Now I'm going to cut out the bottom here, and then it'll look like these guys over here. Alright, I'm not done yet, but I'm going to give you little bits of little clips here and there, alright? Alright, bye YouTube. Alright YouTube, this is what came with my onions, my candy onions. You can see what it says right there. Alright, now here's a picture of the onions from a website that I got off the internet. And basically what it says is that the bulb size is 1 to 2 pounds and matures in about 100 days, which seems right to me. And it says that this onion is well adapted throughout the country, not affected by day length. It is called a neutral variety and will form bulbs in the north or south. The jumbo globe-shaped bulbs are sweet and mild with lasting quality and good flavor. And it's basically a yellow onion, but I don't think it's quite as strong as some of the yellow onions I've had. But when I cut into it, my eyes did water. But I tell you what, these are beautiful onions. I really like them. So I've got a scale here, compliments of my dad. I thought I'd seen one in the kitchen. So I'm going to take this small bulb here and I'm going to put it on here, and let's just see how much it weighs. Now it looks like that's not, it's only what, 1/4 of a pound. So that thing there's 1/4 of a pound. Alright, here's one that's kind of a more medium size. Let's see here. Let's get this about right. Alright, so now that onion there, look at that. It's, well, it's close to 3/4 of a pound, in between 1/2 and 3/4. And so, here's one. This is a big boy right here. Look at this guy. He's a big boy. So, let's just see what it is. Alright, this one here, 1 1/4 pounds. And it's probably about the biggest bulb I got. Let's see what this one is. Yeah, a little bit less than that. So they're at least 1 pound, I would say. So the advertisement is okay on them. And that's what they look like. Now I'm gonna harvest some reds and we'll see what the reds look like compared to these candies. Alright, bye YouTube. Alright YouTubers, I'm out here with my red onions. This is my red onion bed here. And I've got various size bulbs here. Most of them are just, they're big, real big. I'm located in the the southwestern part of Oregon, and this is, so my garden shows at that, whatever that latitude is, that's what I'm growing at. And it's October the 2nd, so it's starting to turn cold at night, early in the morning, and I even got my coat on today. So this is a quick overview of my onions, and you can see some of them are standing right straight up and some are laying down. So I'm going to start picking through here, and I'm going to grab a bunch of these onions and we're going to start processing them, and I'll give you some photos as we go along, or little movie clips. Alright, bye YouTube. Alright YouTubers, now I've done my harvesting. This is my first go round through the red onions, and my path's a lot more clear now. I've got these Roma tomato plants on this left side. They're just going crazy, and I just harvested some of those tomatoes early this morning, and I've already put them in the freezer. In fact, I'll show you a picture of our freezer in a little bit. But here's my bed now. It's thinned out a bit, and I can walk around the edges a lot better now. And I've still got loads of onions in here, as you can see. The tops are basically standing up. I may harvest some more, I don't know. I think right now I've got enough. I got to go clean those onions up that I have. Down here I had broccoli and cauliflower in these spaces here, and I don't have anything here yet. I'm going to put some some radishes, I believe, here. So I got my patch of beets, and then I've got some garlic here. All these spaces in between, I've put garlic in. So they're supposed to harvest in the early spring, these particular, this variety of garlic. And I planted some others, but I'll show you that later on. Now, here's a stack of the onions. I just put them down here because I got to rinse them off. I've already rinsed these off and put them in here. Now when I harvested, notice these onions here. That's an icky, very icky. Okay, so they're small, and look at the tops, how they're brown, okay? This onion is not very good. I can feel that it's not good. This one here is gooey and terrible. Notice the top is brown. This one here looks like it starved to death. Now here's some smaller onions, kind of about the same size, but they're nice and firm and plump, and look at the green tops. So I've learned something. I've learned that when I start seeing brown tops, I've got a bad onion. And I'll tell you what, they smell like the dickens. So I'm going to get these bad onions and put them in the compost pile right now. I don't like them at all. So I'm going to be doing some of my white onions. There we go. Do some white onions, and then I'm also going to do some Walla Wallas. We like Walla Wallas very, very much. So there's my bunch of red onions, and so I'm going to start cleaning them up a little bit, and then we'll take a picture with the candies and these reds together. All right, guys? And we'll weigh a few, see what they're like. Bye, YouTube. YouTubers, I'm back with the onions. Now I've just cut the tops off and peeled them back. So there's my reds and my candies. Now this one here, don't know if you can see it, it's got some kind of like a bug bite or something on it. There we go, right over here. So, but the onion itself is really firm, very hard. So I should be able to just peel that away. This one had some kind of rotten stuff on it, so I peeled that away. That's what the onions look like on the inside. And I found out that an onion's either really good or it's really bad. Very seldom are there any that have just, you know, like 10% that's bad. They either hold up really well or they don't, but I was able to cut away a few. Here's one that started out pretty big, but it had like about a quarter of it that was somehow rotten. But I managed to save that one. So I'm going to take them into the kitchen and I'm going to cut them up and put them in some freezer bags. But before I do that, let's go ahead and weigh some of these reds and just see what we got here. So here's a real nice looking onion, and we'll put it in here and see what it weighs. So that's about 1/4 pound. That one right there. All right. So here's kind of a larger one. Now that one's just about a pound. Just about a pound. Here's another one. This is kind of a bigger boy, and that's a pound and I don't know, pound and 1/4, let's say. So I've got some pretty big ones here. I wonder what this one weighs. This one looks like it's a fairly substantial onion. Look at the color on it. Boy, I tell you, fresh onion smells so wonderful. You can just smell the goodness in it. But when they're bad, they're nasty, very nasty. All right, so that's my onion story right now. I'll go in and start cutting some up in a little bit, and then we'll take a few more shots, and then we'll put this video together and make it one unit. Bye, YouTube. Man, look at that onion. Doesn't that look wonderful? I've already cut one up. Now I'm working on these. Beautiful. Smells great too. Alright, bye YouTube. Okay, YouTubers. I've got my first bunch of onions cut up. Got them in the bowl. That's what I've been using. So I got a bag over here and I wrote candy on it for the onions. Now it's going to be easy to tell these from the red ones, but if I cut up some Walla Wallas, maybe a little hard, so I've written it on there. Now I'm just going to put the onions in this bag, and I don't have a seal meal or vacuum evacuator or whatever, so I'm going to do it an old-fashioned way. I'm going to take this straw and I'm going to seal up the bag, and I'm going to put the straw in and suck out what I can and seal it up, and then I'm going to put it in the freezer. So this is some of the process we're going through. Just wanted to let you know. Bye, YouTube. Alright, YouTube. I'll cut open a big red one so you can see what it looks like, and then I have a few other onions here, just a representative sample of color. Isn't that beautiful? Now the red onions have a little bit of a bite to the eyes. Not much, not like the candies. Candies had a whole lot. These aren't too bad. Now when I get to the Walla Wallas, I don't expect to have teary eyes much at all. Alright, goodbye. Alright, YouTube. I'm done cutting up the onions, putting them in bags. There they are. Standing tall, looking good. Yeah. Now the red onions weren't quite as bitey to the eyes as the candies were. Candy bags, I didn't put quite so much in them as, I don't know why, but I filled up the red onion bags pretty full. I have a partial bag there and a partial bag there. So there they are. Alright, time to put these in the freezer.